Hey everyone, it's your girl Corrine and I'm back for another video. Today's video, I will be discussing the reasons why I combed out my locks. And if you'd like to hear more and decided to comb out my locks, please stay tuned for the video. Welcome back everyone. I know it's been a long time. I've been recording shorts, and so I appreciate you all continuing to support my channel. And if you have not already done so, please hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so that you get notified every single time I upload a video. Thank you so much for being here. To my OG subscribers, welcome back y'all. And to my new family members, thank y'all so much for being here. Let's get started. Probably can already tell, y'all, I combed out my locks. Yes, I did, y'all. I want to start this video by saying thank y'all for sticking it out with me. Those of you that were here specifically for my locks, thank you so much for not unsubscribing. Thank you for staying here and continuing on with the journey with me. I want to say that although I have combed out my locks, I am still going to be doing lock content because my son has locks. So I'll still be talking about locks, doing a lot of lock product suggestions, tutorials. I'm gonna still be giving lock tips. So those of you that were here for my locks, or if you stayed around to see how my natural hair journey turns out, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. So let's talk about it, y'all. I combed out my locks. It was a long journey. 6 years. I was locked for 6 years. Most of you know I started my lock journey 6 years ago, and I started with 2-strand twists. I'll insert some pictures so y'all can see what that looked like the first day of my lock journey. This is the first day of my lock journey, and it was a beautiful journey, you know, and I'll insert some pictures so you can see how how my starter locks were and how they looked and stuff like that. I absolutely love my locks. To this day, I still love my lock journey. It was a 6-year journey for me. During that time, most of you know I went through a lot of grief during the 6 years of my lock journey. And I'll talk about that in just a little bit. But after 6 years, I decided to comb out my locks. Let's talk about it. Number one, one of the reasons why I decided to comb out my locks is I noticed that my roots were thinning. And I know that it's kind of difficult for some of you to fathom because my locks were so long. And I saw that after I colored my locks and after I started seeing my local loctician, I noticed that my locks were starting to thin at the roots. And that was a concern of mine. I'm not sure if it was a combination of the color, or if it was a combination of the loctician using the comb at the root of my locks. But I did notice some thinning at the root of my locks that I did not like. My roots were not as thick as they were before, and I did not like that. So I did notice some thinning in the roots of my locks. Now my retwists were still every 4 to 6 weeks, so I don't think that I was retwisting too much. I think it was a combination of the color and the method of the retwist when I did go to someone to style my locks. And it may have been the styling technique, me having it up and, you know, whatever. But I did notice that my roots were thinning, okay? So that was a reason why I decided to comb them out. Another reason why I decided to comb out my locks is I was having neck and shoulder pain. And I believe that it was from the length of my locks. My locks had started to become very, very heavy. And I know a lot of times when people will ask me, you know, are your locks heavy? Are your locks heavy? And honestly, they were not heavy until maybe the last year of my journey. I started to notice that they were extremely heavy. I started to notice that I would get more frequent headaches and my neck and shoulders would be in a lot of pain as well. And I would wear them up a lot because, I don't know, the weight of having them down was a bit much for me. And so I was having headaches, shoulder pain, and neck pain from the weight of my locks. Now, it wasn't like I was carrying a brick around, but I did notice that after a while, that last year of my journey, I did experience some neck, shoulder, and head pain. So that was another reason why I decided to comb them out. Another reason why I decided to comb out my locks is because in the very beginning of my journey, you all, I shared with you all that my goal was waist length locks. And so once I achieved the goal of waist length, I kind of was, I don't want to say I was over it, but I felt like I had achieved waist length locks, and I felt like it was time for me to transition again. I know that may sound cliche, but I honestly believe that once I achieved that goal, that it was time for what's next. And that leads me into my next reason why I combed out my locks, because simply it was time, y'all. I really do believe as women, we transition and we transform and we go through seasons of transformation where we want something new. And I think that was the situation for me. It was just time. Just like I felt like it was time for me to transition into a lock journey. Once I had hit my goal with my loose natural hair, I felt like it was time for me to step into another phase of my journey, which is returning back to my loose natural hair. So that's another reason. Another reason is because I just simply miss my loose natural hair. Y'all, I went through this for about a year before I decided to comb out my locks. And I really just miss my loose natural hair. I miss combing through it. I miss the products. I miss the styling. I miss wearing it big. And today I have a little protective styling, and I'll show y'all that in another video. But I just really miss maneuvering my hair, and I miss the softness of my hair. Like I just miss my loose natural hair, and that's another reason why I decided to comb out my locks. I believe those are all the reasons why I decided to comb out my locks. I know that was the real main reason. Like people are, why did you decide to do that? And it's really simple. All the reasons why I told you, but most of all, I just miss my loose natural hair, and I really felt like it was time for me to transition back to my loose natural hair. I'm really excited about this journey, y'all. I feel so beautiful, and don't get me wrong. Let me not hold you. I felt beautiful with my locks. I also feel beautiful with my loose natural hair. It is a freedom that I cannot explain going back to my loose natural hair. I did not discuss this before, but, and I mentioned it a little bit earlier, during my lock journey, I experienced a lot of grief. My father passed away in 2015. And then one of my really close, like my god sister, my cousin, another cousin passed away. My grandma passed away. It was all back to back in 2018. So then a close friend, in fact, one of my bestest friends, her brother passed away, who was like a brother to me. Then we went right into the pandemic. So it was a lot that I was going through. I moved twice with my lock journey. There was a lot of transition going on in my life. And it was just a lot that I was going through during that time while I had my lock journey. And my locks were extremely healthy, but I still feel like they held a lot of grief and a lot of trauma. So letting go of my locks has been super refreshing for me. It has been like and girl, you better not start crying. It has been like a breath of fresh air for me. I feel so light. I feel so, it's hard to explain. It's really hard to put into words how I feel, but I hope that me combing out my locks does not deter you from continuing on with this journey with me. I plan to continue to do lock content, and I really plan to show women how you can live a beautifully healthy natural hair journey after locks. So thank you all so much for hanging in there with me and taking this journey with me. I'm excited to show you all of my beautiful styles, all of the beautiful things that I have in store for us this year in 2024. 2024 is a new beginning for me. And I kind of consider myself a pro at this natural hair journey because I was loose natural for 7 years before I locked my hair. So I'm excited to share with you all the many beautiful styles that I will be doing with my loose natural hair. Well, thank you all for tuning in today. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. And let me know any questions that you have concerning my loose natural hair or my lock journey. I will be doing a Q&A video answering all the questions that you have down below or in another video. So please stay tuned, hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I upload. Please subscribe, and thank you so much for joining me today. I love you for watching. Bye.